All right, in this intro to redox reactions, this is just a conceptual at a conceptual level without getting into oxidation states. We're going to determine what is oxidized. Uh, let's just do this in red, and what is reduced, and also the oxidizing agent and reducing agent. Should I use 4 different colors? Let's do that. There we go. And then see if I keep up with all these colors. All right, so get my black marker. All right, let's do A. Reaction between sodium metal. Sodium is Na. Metal means it's a solid, and that's going to react with sulfur, which is S. Powder is also solid. That's going to this is in the format of A plus B. So when you have 2 elements in the reactants, the only thing that can happen is for them to combine. So this is a combination or synthesis reaction. All right, so we're going to combine sodium and sulfur. All right, now this is a metal and a non-metal. So we're going to need the charges of the cations and anions too, to get the ratios of these ions in the compound. So there are the charges, and you're going to crisscross these numbers and to get the formula unit of this ionic compound. All right, so it's Na2S, and ionic compounds have high melting points, so that's going to be a solid. All right, let's go ahead and balance this. Just put a 2 in front of the Na, and we are good. All right, so let me put some valence electrons here just to show you conceptually what's going on. So we have 2 sodium atoms, each with 1 valence electron, and sulfur is a group 16 element, so it's going to have 6 valence electrons. All right, so what's going to happen is two of these sodium atoms are each going to transfer 1 electron to the sulfur to achieve the octet rule, and so that's what's going on. All right, so remember the mnemonic Leo, the lion, goes grr. All right, so what is losing electrons? All right, we clearly see the sodium is losing electrons. Right, so sodium is being let's just do that. All right, is being oxidized. All right, what is oxidizing sodium? All right, well, it's the sulfur oxidizing it. So sulfur is the oxidizing agent. All right, so sulfur is the oxidizing agent. 1 second. All right, where was I? Looks like, what do we just do? Sulfur is the oxidizing agent. Okay, so what is, let's get to this one here. What is gaining electrons? Gaining electrons. Sulfur is gaining the electrons, so sulfur is being, what's that R stand for? Reduced. All right, what is reducing? What is reducing it? All right, well, that's the reducing agent. Sodium is the reducing agent. Get it? All right, let's move on to B. Aluminum metal is that's a solid, and that's going to react with oxygen gas. Don't forget, oxygen is a diatomic gas, so it's O2. That's another metal and a non-metal. You done? Okay. Metal and a non-metal, so we're going to use the charges to crisscross the charges to determine the formula unit. All right, and then get rid of those charges because we only use them to. We don't write charges on these compounds, so that's going to be Al2O3. Another ionic. That's a. What am I doing? All right, these Coulomb attractions are going to really give this one a high melting point, and I'll be right back. All right, where were we? So many interruptions. Okay, what are we doing? Okay, let's balance this. Looks like we still got to balance this thing yet. Come on, get out of the way. I'm gonna do aluminum last because it's all by itself. That's not even diatomic, so I have the most versatility over that. So oxygen, we gotta get that to 6. All right, so put a 2 there, put a 3 there, get them both to 6. Now we can balance the aluminum like that. Actually, we didn't have to do that. All right, so let's do it. Leo, which one's Leo? Which one is losing electrons? Oh, my bad. Let's draw some electrons. Aluminum has 3 valence electrons. Oxygen has 6 valence electrons. All right, metal, non-metal. I'll be right with you. So the metals are going to lose their electrons to the non-metals. Again, we're only doing this at a conceptual level. We're not talking about oxidation states. We'll get into that in our next lesson, if there ever is one. All right, so aluminum is clearly losing electrons. Losing electrons. So aluminum is being oxidized. All right, what is oxidizing aluminum? What is oxidizing aluminum? All right, that's going to be the other, that's going to be oxygen. So that's going to be your oxidizing agent. Get a little more room. All right, let's go on to reduce. Grr, grr, grr. What is gaining these electrons? Oxygen is gaining the electrons. So the grr, gaining electrons is reduced. What is reducing? What is reducing oxygen in this case? It's going to be aluminum. That's called a reducing agent. And we are done problem number 1 in chapter 20.